What's up everybody, Throwback here, and welcome to the first episode of Throwback's Retro Reviews. I just played a game called Noir Syndrome. It's a detective retro-style indie game. The main plot of it is where you're a detective trying to track down a murderer that is going through town and murdering people. Now keep in mind during this review that this game is still in beta and there's still plenty of time for it to improve. With all that info out of the way, let's get started. The first thing I want to highlight is the music. Man, the music was amazing in this game. It seems like in some indie games that I've played, music you can definitely tell is not the focus of the game. But in this game you can tell that the developer really wanted good music in this game, and it really shines. Next up are the graphics. And I know an absolute ton of indie games have retro kind of style graphics like this, but I really like the way they use the graphics in this. It really meshes really well with the plot and the overall feel of the game. It really made it a lot of fun. My final point on the positive side is detectiveness. Now this is kind of a niche category and some of you might not like detective games, but personally, I grew up listening to detective stories on the radio and all that kind of stuff, playing detective games, reading Hardy Boys and all that kind of stuff, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have done as well. And I just really like detective games. And this game, although there's not a lot of puzzles or anything, it still had that detective feel, where you're trying to find the culprit and all that kind of fun stuff. So I really liked that they added that into the retro feel, because a lot of games these days don't really have that. They're all trying to go for MMO or first-person shooter, that kind of stuff. And there's not really a lot of detective kind of stories or games these days. So I think that was a really good idea. Alright, now let's jump over onto the negative side. First up are the text boxes. Although they look great and all that, they go away faster than I would like. So I'm trying to read and everything. I'm trying to read what the NPCs are saying, and I get about halfway or 3/4 away through what they're saying, and then the text box just disappears. And then I have to talk to them again, but then they don't say the same thing. So that can get really, really annoying. So I think that's one thing that should definitely be considered or hopefully fixed in the beta. The mention of text boxes brings me to my next topic, which is character movement. Now it sometimes seems that the characters get in ruts where they all move in one big bunch and you can't get to a certain character that you wanted to talk to. And this can get particularly annoying in this game because talking to characters is primary to solving the case. It's pretty much impossible to solve the case without talking to people. So when you can't talk to somebody that you need to talk to, it's very hard to solve the case. Now I'm probably making it sound like it's a game-breaking bug or something, but it really isn't. It's just something that I found that was kind of annoying when I was playing through the game. Alright, on to my last point of this video in the negative section, which is I think it was almost too easy. It seemed like I could beat the game and figure out the culprit in about 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm not sure if there's a plan on expansions or making the game bigger or longer or adding puzzles. I don't know if the developer plans on adding any of that stuff, but it just seemed like the game went by way too fast. I don't know if that's his intention, to make it a type of game where you can just pick up and play real quick, play kind of a match real quick and be done. I don't know if that's his intention or not, but from playing other detective games, it seems like this was kind of quick. Now I should mention that each playthrough is going to be different. They're all procedurally generated. So it's not one of those mystery games where you just keep having the same story over and over again. Each playthrough in this game is going to be unique and different. Okay, it's time for my conclusion. I give this game a rating of 8 out of 10 pixels, and here's why. Retro graphics combined with a detective storyline was a real winner for me. because I really enjoy a good mystery. The best part about this game is that it's short and sweet. It's a type of game where you can just pick it up and play through it real quick. Now that may sound off-putting, but each mystery is procedurally generated, so each mystery is going to be different and unique. The music gets a definite A+. It really meshed well and totally immersed me in the game. All in all, I think this game is fantastic. If you are a mystery lover, then I really suggest that you contact the developer and see if you can get a beta invite. Now, I can't promise that everyone will be able to get an invite, seeing that it's an exclusive beta, but I will put the links to the developer down in the description so you can contact him and see if you can get an invite. Hey everyone, Throwback here. Thanks for watching my first review. If you want more retro indie game reviews, then show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you in my next video.